This Minecraft world is in a state of disarray and destruction, so I decided to take it upon myself to restore the entirety of it, repairing all of the destruction and adding in new builds. That, however, requires a lot of work, so let's start with the easy stuff. By easy, I mean spend 5 hours mining obsidian whilst listening to whatever the f this is. Why? What is this music? And after my suffering had finally ended, I needed to mine just a little bit of grass and dirt. Nobody's gonna be upset if I take this. Any thoughts on Australia? It doesn't exist. Whoever told you Australia is a real place, you were lied to, my friend. I'm so sorry. Then I spent literally 10 hours mining grass and dirt. Once all that was finally done, I could finally press subscribe. But please, I'm really close to 50K. I mean, place a bunch of dirt and a bunch of grass, and maybe go a little insane in the process. So the server crashed earlier, and last night, it left me with having to play Osu, and I felt really sad. I don't know why. I was genuinely upset that I couldn't place dirt. Like, I was having withdrawals, man. Crazy talk aside, I had finally finished spawn. Well, not exactly, because I still have this whole half of spawn to do, which means I have to repeat everything. Mine some grass, place some grass. Mine some grass, try a little bit, and place some more grass. And boom! Finally, we're done placing all of the grass and dirt, and spawn actually looks pretty good. Aside from whatever the hell this tower is, like, actually, who built this ugly piece of junk? Well, let me introduce you all to Maypick. Maypick is the guy who destroyed Spawn alongside another member, Zan. Their reasoning? Something about not liking Spawn being protected by Leowook, so they threw a little bit of a temper tantrum by spawning in over 100 withers to destroy it. But that's all besides the point. This tower had to go, so I decided to leave an eviction notice. There we go. Now that should solve our problem with this ugly tower, hopefully. He sees my signs. Problem resolved. He agreed to remove it. What is this? Never mind, Maypick is evil and I absolutely hate him. Hi, Maypick. This is a message from the Spawn community. Die, you dumb Why the f would you do this? Oh, well. Clearly, someone else hated Maypick quite a lot, and rightfully so, because Maypick decided it would be a good idea to place 4 double chests of obsidian down in a tower shape. So I responded like any normal functioning member of society. I killed him. And then destroyed the obsidian tower alongside Zam, who evidently now also hated Maypick. But after he helped destroy Spawn, I couldn't fully trust him yet. I mean, he could be secretly plotting to kill me to get revenge from Maypick. After about 4 hours of mining, the tower was finally removed, so I could get back to restoring Spawn. Now, in order to restore the server and actually make it look nice, we need more than just a flat area of grass. So let me introduce phase 2. Make other people build for me because I'm incredibly lazy. So I set up a build competition where members of the server would have 24 hours to build anything as Spawn. The best build would win some of the most valuable items on the server. 3 hearts. Now, there's 2 ways to obtain hearts on Lifesteal. The first is through killing people, and the second is through crafting them. I decided not to become a wanted criminal and to instead destroy the environment by crafting the hearts. This meant I need a few resources. Diamonds. Oh my god. Totems. What? Redstone. Finds redstone with Riz. What does that mean? And netherite. Bro, somebody just like left ancient debris down here. It's literally scripted. And with all those collected, I can make the 3 hearts. I hate the environment. I just want a quick rundown of what you're doing over here.
It's a community hub. It's gonna have a community house and a courthouse and some villagers to trade with, and also a fountain. It's just gonna look pretty and it's gonna be awesome.
I don't know what he wants from me. I'm so confused.
Hey.
Hi, what do you... Why? Only 3 people actually began building once the time started, which kind of reminds me of my birthday party, except nobody came. Anyways, now all I could really do was wait for the 24 hours to finish and judge the builds. I logged on and I turned to my left and I saw this amazing tower. I was awestruck, honestly. What was the inspiration behind such a wonderful build?
I didn't build this tower for the tower. I built this tower for Spawn. And from up here, you can see the amazing work that you and everyone else on Lifesteal can put in. You wanna know the best part about this tower, Sub?
What's the best part about this tower?
So let me just go ahead and show you the build. So as you can see, we already have some medusification with the obsidian everywhere. On top of like this really cool thing, we have like this waterfall in the middle. If you go ahead and click that button, then a door will open up, the waterfall will fold away, and it will split the waterfall. And this is a secret base, or if you want to call it a vault. You know, this is kind of what we have.
It's really cool. I like it. It's smaller, but it actually like you put a lot of thought into it. It's like ITMG, no way.
Dude, I'm just like ITMG. Then I made a courthouse. Here's a little pond I made. It looks really cool. This is my big fountain. It's a big fountain. Over here we have a villager trading hall. It's not the greatest. Over here we have a community house. Pretty cool. Over here we got a frog statue.
That is beautiful. The competition was surprisingly tough. All of the builds added their own unique touches to spawn, but a decision had to be made. Hi, Q just showed me his build a couple minutes ago. I don't know, have you seen like the full thing?
Yeah, I've seen it.
It's pretty cool. But I told him I think his build is really cool, but I think your build gives more character to spawn and it brings more life to it. And for that reason, I have here 1, 2, 3 hearts. You win the competition. Zam, the exact person that destroyed Spawn, now won the build competition for best build. Perhaps I could begin to trust him now. That's besides the point though, because Spawn still looks incredibly empty. So what did I decide to do? I decided to spend 5 hours learning World Edit to learn how to build a floating island, which wasn't even a part of Spawn. Like, Spawn was still totally empty. What was I thinking? On the plus side though, I had custom trees, so I guess I love the environment again. Except in order to make those trees, I had to forested half of a jungle biome. I'm sure at this point you're wondering, why exactly do I need World Edit to build a giant island? Well, you see, by using World Edit, I can make the exact shape of an island and texture it fully in a separate world. Then, with the help of another mod, Lightmatica, I can copy a schematic of the island I built in the creative world, paste the outline into Lifesteal. All that's left to do is fill it in like a child coloring in a coloring book. In the center of the island, I decided to build a giant Mesoamerican style temple, which I think actually turned out quite well. Dotted around the temple would be those trees I mentioned earlier. After finishing the mega island, I realized, oh no, Zam's getting killed. Wait, Zam's getting killed? Why was he messaging me for help? Could I truly trust him? I mean, this guy literally blew up Spawn. He destroyed the thing I'm trying to repair. But at the same time, he also helped with repairing Spawn by tearing down Mapix Tower and building in the competition. I knew there was only one decision to make. Oh, I don't have low fire. Oh, this is gonna be awful. Where'd Mapic go? Mapic and his teammate Rochambeau had slipped away. Evidently, Zam left Mapic's team after Spawn was destroyed. Zam had felt incredibly guilty for destroying Spawn, so we decided to help in the restoration process. This meant we had common interest in the restoration of Spawn and our distaste for Mapic. For that reason, we formed a team. If one of us were to be attacked by Mapic, the other would come to help out. So with that now settled, I once again realized the island was not at all helping take up the large quantity of empty space. I decided to ask a friend for suggestions on what to build, and he told me to build a temple around the nether portal. To do that though, I need blackstone, deep slate, red terracotta. I just need like a solid 3 seconds of mining red terracotta footage. Maybe 5 seconds. And mangrove. Now that sounds easy, right? Wrong! Mangrove is the worst material to gather. Like, it took me nearly an hour just to get 9 stacks of this wood. On the plus side though, I can now finally build this tower. Boom, we finished. The tower is done. You can't only see the top. I think it looks pretty good though. Because I'm such a kind person and totally didn't want to milk my audience's brains for the next build, I decided to make a community post and build the top comment, which was a QR code to never gonna give you up. So I decided not to build that because I hate that one guy who suggested that and only him. I instead built the second most liked comment, a memorial to Technoblade. And then my horse got kidnapped. And then I got murdered. And then I got hunted down. I'm honestly not sure why this happened. I mean, maybe it's because I threatened to evict Mapic and he got upset that his ugly tower could not remain, and maybe he's upset that I killed him and protected Zam or something, and maybe they realized that I was online alone at the time, so it was an easy target. I still stand by the fact that the tower was ugly. Like, honestly, a 2-year-old with their thumb stuck in their mouth could build better than that. Aside from that though, I can now find some totally wild sheep, get their wool, and then build a memorial. After the memorial was completed without any further interruptions, I finally had a cool idea. I wanted to build a Japanese-styled village. Why exactly? I don't know, cherry blossoms are like cool and stuff. So I decided to spend an entire night learning how to build in this style. I'll link any videos I used in the description below. And then spend an entire day gathering resources. And there was, let's just say, a lot. The only resource that was difficult to gather was the dark prismarine. I decided to set out to make a guardian farm. Oh yeah, there's a monument right there. I can't use it though. What is that? Bro, what is that mod? That is disgusting. Oh, wait, what is this ocean, bro? Wait, no way! There it is! I kind of forgot to replay mod building the farm, so hopefully watching these guardians suffer makes up for it. I may have went a little overboard on the old guardian kills. Whoops. With all the materials now gathered, I slowly began building up the village, starting with the temple, and then moving on to each individual house. Eventually, the village was finished. Well, not quite. I still had the best part to build, the cherry blossoms. So let's set a few of those up around the village. Now we're done. Not yet still. The village needed a few final touches to add some more life, starting with a path, then maybe a pond, and then some foliage along with this cool ramen cart I found on YouTube. And finally, let's add a few lanterns floating about. Now we're finally done at the village. This honestly turned out much better than I expected. I went from knowing nothing about building in this style to building an entire village. The world was finally beginning to look whole again. Builds were sprouting up everywhere and people were beginning to hang around spawn again. That was until Maypick and his teammate, Oshambo, decided to claim the entirety of the server for themselves.
Lifesteal, from today forward, belongs to me and Maypick. The server thus far has been chaos. Wars break out every other week, and spawn is constantly getting destroyed. And the only way to solve that is with one centralized power, and that, from henceforth, will be me and Maypick. So, in order to create a more stable server and preserve the beautiful builds that are coming back to spawn, please don't get in our way.
I couldn't just let them claim everything I had just restored. I did not spend the last month of my life painfully grinding resources and building for these two hooligans who once destroyed everything to claim it. So, I arranged a meeting. I wanted to talk to you guys today because you guys made a bold statement a couple of days ago about owning, like, the entirety of Spawn now.
Well, the entirety of the server, yeah. It's
Oh, the whole server, wow. Yeah, same thing pretty much, much.
Well, I'm just clarifying.
I think that's even worse, honestly. I think that's even worse to, like, own the whole server. I don't see how you guys can just, like, claim the entire server, you know.
All we're doing for the server is good. Nothing has really changed except for the fact that we now have theoretical control over the server and we are keeping it in check. We're keeping it stable through the new power that we have.
I've come today with an offer for you two. I want to challenge both of you at the same time for control of the server. And if I lose, I will be fully exiled from spawn. If you ever see me here, you have full permission to kill me whenever. All I really want is to guarantee full protection of spawn for everything that I've done, everything that I've built here. And in the past, you guys have had a bad history with spawn, and I just simply cannot trust you guys to have power over it. That's what this comes down to. If you guys can kill me, then I guess I can believe that you guys can protect spawn. I had challenged both Maypick and Rochambeau to a 1v2 for spawn. If I were to lose, that would be it. Spawn and everything else would be under their control and I would be exiled. However, if I were to win, no harm would ever come to the newly restored spawn again. That was it. I lost. Everything I worked for was gone, just like that. I had been exiled from the home I spent weeks working on. That was the end. Or was it? When I lost the duel, Zam challenged Maypick and Rochambeau multiple times, knowing full well he couldn't win. Why? Because he wanted to carry on the legacy I had left behind. He wanted to stand up against Rochambeau and Maypick, just as I had. After all those duels, Zam was left with nothing. Being as we had helped each other in the past, I couldn't just leave him in his current position. Sure, he was evil before, but he had proven to me through helping repair spawn that he was trustworthy.
I'm on 2 hearts. Please help me.
Follow me. Well, I've been working for quite a while on something, and I'm showing you this because I trust you and because I think because of what has happened to you on the server that you'd be willing to help out. Stand over here with me.
Oh my god! Tell that to my teachers. I've been cheating since 1st grade.
I hate you so much.